Okay, sample space. Okay, when it is a random variable means in when is a random variable means here that is whenever the real number it is assigned to n variable, then it is a random variable. And whenever the that is what is CDF means, whenever your probabilities are applied to a random variable, then it will be in CDF. Okay, and you know the relation between the CDF and the PDF is. Can anyone tell me what is the relation between the CDF and the PDF? How the PDF will be obtained for a given CDF? What is the relation? Yes? Hmm? Yes, anybody? What is the relation? How will you obtain? Hello? Chandan Kumar? Jaswant? At least you tell me. Jaswant, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the relation between CDF and the PDF? PDF.
PDF is the differentiation of the PDF.
You see this. Capital F of X is what? CDF or PDF? CDF it is, you can remember it is like a step. When you differentiate this, you are going to get it as the PDF. Okay. So and when the what is the difference between PMF and PDF? Anyone can tell? PMF and PDF. Quickly. When PMF is used and when PDF is used. Anyone quickly, please. Otherwise, I will only go on telling. Yes. Anybody? Okay, that is PMF it is for the discrete random variable and the PDF it is for the continuous random variable. Actually, what it will give is all the possible PDF physical in the sense means it will give the all the possible observation of a random variable. Okay, mathematically it is a differentiation of the CDF. Okay, so now we will see the that, and in the last class also we have seen the how to for a given we have seen this problem. They will give the XA and XB real the axis and their probability and how to find the CDF and the PDF. Okay. Similarly, here one more data given the data in the following table. You see it is YK it is given. YK it is in the real axis, that is 2.1, 3.2, 4.8, 5.4 and 6.9, and their proper probability is 0.20, 0.21, 0.19, 0.14 and 0.16. Okay, now what you have to do is next you add in one more row and you write the sigma of the P of X, P of X. So how to write is, because in order to draw the graph, I need the this and the y-axis, I need what is the this height of the this one. So in order to calculate this, I will do this, that is x y of 2.1, 3.2, 4.8, 5.4 and 6.9. Y of 2.1, what is the probability? It is 0.2. For 3.2, what is the probability? Height is this plus this, 0.21 plus 0.20, so it is 0.41. Similarly, it is 0.19 and 0.41 for 0.6 and it is 0.74 at the 1.4. This is, and when you add this 0.174 and when you add this, you have to get the final value should be equal to 1. It can't be more than 1. If you are getting more than 1, please cross check, you have done something wrong in your calculation. Okay, and that is the plot of the CDF. When you draw the plot, this is your y real axis, and here only they have mentioned what are those real values, 2.1 and 3.2, and now we have to write, that is this 0.2, 0.41, 0.6 and 0.74 and the 1. What is the question they have asked is, plot the PDF and CDF of the discrete random variable y. Now we are writing the, that is the CDF of f of y. So now mathematically CDF of y, it is nothing but the, you know that it is like a unit function. So it is 0.2, and also you careful while writing mathematically. We have to take only the probabilities. This one you have to take. Okay, don't take this. This you have to take this when you are drawing the equation for the this one. Okay, so that is 0.20 into u of y minus 2.1. It is 0.21 plus 0.21 into u of y minus 32, and similarly you have to write like. Okay, understood? Any doubt in this? Okay, next I will go with this PDF. PDF is what? The PDF is a differentiation of CDF, and here your CDF it is unit function. So when you mathematically when you this one it is you will get the impulse function. So if you write mathematically that equation, that is sigma probability of Py into delta of y minus yk. Don't, this is probability into probability of yk. Okay, or this is Py of yk. If it is x is there, Px of yk, or if you don't know, just you can easily remember is probability of yk you can write, and delta of y minus yk. So again here also you have to write the 0.20 into delta of y minus 21, and this one you have to using this probabilities values you have to write the delta function, and you know that is delta function occurs only at the, for this y is equal to 2.1, for this y is equal to 3.2 with the this 0.9. And also you can observe that while writing also, please at least according to the scale you write. In the this one, see f of y it is again 0.2, 0.4 in the scale. Don't write up to 1 or something like that. Here it is 0.2, 0.21, just little more than this 0.19, 0.14 and the 0.26. At least something you should give. Okay. For a discrete random variable, PDF exists, but for CRV, the PMF does not. That is, for continuous random variable, PMF does not exist. Okay, that is you know that for a continuous random variable, PMF. What is PMF is? Actually, it is, what is PMF? Yes, anybody can tell. In the last class, I explained what is PMF. PMF is exactly the value at the jumps. Okay, so for this one, for discrete random variable, PDF exists, but not this. For CRV, that is PMF does not exist. That is not a valid one. Okay, next is the probability. Next problem, the probability distribution of a discrete random variable is shown below, and k value it is given, and probability of x is equal to k, that is probability they have given 0.2, and one more variable they have added c, 0.4 and 0.1 and 2c. What they have asked is find the value of c, and next is probability of x is less than 0. This is a real number. Real number, it is extended between minus infinity to plus infinity. Please make sure that. And probability will only, it will vary between 0 to 1. And the next third is conditional p is greater than 0, and the conditional probability you have to find. Now next I will ask anybody the question. Yes, Yashas, are you there? Yashas, how will you find out the value of c? Siddharth, Tirtha, are you there or not? Hello? Subramanya? Hello? Vinay? Yes, anybody are there or not? Yes? Yes, anybody can tell me here what is the value of C? What is the value of C? Anybody can tell me how to find out the value of C? Yes, Sanjay Kumar? That is Prithviraj, C is equal to 0.1. So how did you calculate? How did you calculate? So here, this is find, you know that is sum of the probability is equal to 1. So that this is the mathematically, while writing the exam, please you write all of the things. Before writing this, you have to write we expect you to write this. So sum of the probability, all the probability P is equal to X is equal to K is equal to 1. Then you add all the probability, then you will get it at, that is C is equal to 0.1. Next is, what is the probability of X less than 0? What is the probability is here, what the, please make careful note of the whether it is equal to or less than. That
Ma'am,
is,
your screen is not visible, ma'am.
screen is not visible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I not shared the only, I think. Okay, 1 second, I will see now. No, I shared. Now, is it visible? Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Now it is, what is the probability of X? It is, please, you make sure it is less than or equal to. What is the probability of less than or X of less than or equal to 0? So I have to consider less than 0 means minus 0.25 also exists and this 0 also exists. What is that is P of X less than or equal to K means less than or equal to 0 is equal to probability of X is equal to minus 0.25 and the probability of X is equal to 0. So what is this minus 0.25? Probability is 0.25 and this is 0.1. So it is total, it is equal to 0.3. Next is, what is the probability of P of X greater than 0? So now already we have obtained X less than 0. Otherwise, you can add these probabilities. Probability of this, probability of 2 and probability of, okay. Or here it is, so X greater than 0. So whether I have to, if it is greater than 0, whether I have to include 0 or not? Yes. X greater than, probability of X greater than,
Not included.
Not included. Okay. Okay. So otherwise I have to calculate, either I can add this probability or I can like 0.7 or even I can do it as 1 minus of this one. Okay. So this you will get it as, next is very, very important, conditional probability. What is the probability of X greater than 1 conditioned, that is X greater than or equal to 0. So what is the conditional probability? It is like an A and B. What is the probability of A conditioned by B is probability of conditioned. It is probability of A intersection of B divided by numerator denominator probability of B. So here proper A is greater than 1, intersection greater than 0. So now what is this intersection greater than 1 and greater than 0? What will be the final value? Here it is, you have to consider probability of, what is the intersection of this and this? You have to consider the probability of X greater than 1. So, and 1 is not included. It is probability of X greater than 1. That means I have to include this 2 and the 3.75. So, I have to include probability of X is equal to 2 plus probability of X is equal to 3.75 and the corresponding values, probability values. And here probability of X greater than or equal to 0 is, I have to consider 0, these probability values. So I am considering these probabilities values and you put those values and you will get the 3 by 8. Okay. And when you calculate the answer, your P, whatever you are getting, all should be less than 1. If you are getting more than 1 means somewhere you are making the mistake. Okay. So please you note that. Okay. Next is f of X is equal to, this is till now we have seen for the, so in this problem, what you have to do, what you have to learn is, these are very important. Even you can expect in your main exams. They will give the probability and they will ask you to find out the CDF and the PDF. CDF, that is a unit function, and the PDF is your delta function or a impulse function. And next is, that is for the discrete. Now same thing we will do it for the continuous random variable. And the condition and for the discrete random variable, in both the cases you have to remember this conditional probability. Conditional probability equation is this is intersection divided by the denominator, that you remember. Next is f of x is equal to kx, and where the x is vary between in the interval 0 and 1 and 0 otherwise. Small f of x, it is the PDF of a continuous random variable x. Where x is a constant, find the value of k for f of x to be a valid PDF. And next is probability of px is less than 0.5 and the conditional probability. That means you can observe that here. That means for both the continuous cases and the discrete random variable, they are asking the same question. So either they will give the constant, what should be the value of the constant, and you have to find the probability and the conditional probability. Whenever for the continuous random variable it is used, it is a integration. There, whenever that k is constant, you need to find there sigma, it is used for a discrete random variable. Always for a continuous random variable, instead of sigma, it is integration, it is used. Throughout it is engineering, it is the same case. Whenever continuous means it is an integration. Whenever it is a discrete means it is a summation. Okay. And this f of x is equal to 1. And the intervals varies between the minus infinity to plus infinity, but here they have only given 0 to 1. So now you do the integration. Any of you better know the integration. So then you calculate the value of k is equal to 2. Once you find the k is equal to 2, you substitute the value of k here and write down the f of x. What is the PDF value in between this one? Next is you have to calculate what is the probability of x is less than 0.5. Please you assume that is 2x. You assume the graph of x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. What is the value of PDF? It is 0. X is equal to 1. It is 2. And x is equal to 2. It is like an 4. Actually, what you are getting? Can you tell me what signal you are getting for if it is f of x is equal to 2x? 0, it is 0, and 1, it is you are getting the 2. What is the function you are getting from this? Can anybody able to write? Which signal you are going to get? Yes?
Impulse.
Is it impulse? 2x it is there. X is equal to 0, it is 0. X is equal to 1, it is 2. Okay. Is it a ramp? Is it a ramp?
Yes, ma'am. Y equal to 2x is a ramp.
Okay, it is a ramp with the slope of 2x you will get, but okay. So now what they are asking is what is the probability of x is less than 0.5. So now x is less than 0.5. Here, what you are doing for this one, here you have to do the integration for the less than, your upper limit will be 0.5. Less than your 0.5. Here it is less than or equal to 0.5, also it is 0.5. That will not make a difference in this. And here minus infinity, this is the standard one, but here it is varies between 0 to 1. It is 0 to f of x. Now what is f of x? You substitute 2x and you are going to get this normal figure. Next is the conditional probability. What they have asked is probability of x less than of and conditioned by, that is the, if it is x between the 1 by 3 and the 2 by 3. So in this case, that is condition means here always the integration. This is a and intersection a and b. So it is probability of a intersection of probability of b divided by the denominator, that is probability of b. Now, so in such cases, you write the like a figure like this. It is 0.5 and 1 by 3 it is less than 0.3 and here it is 2 by 3. Somewhere you are going to get this. And now it is intersection of less than of. Less than of means I will get the this whole red area and in between 1 by 3 to 2 by 3. Okay. So this blue area I will get. But what they're asking is I need the intersection. Intersection means I will get only between 1 by 2 and the 1 by 3. That's why I am writing the probability of 1 by 3 x less than 1 by 2 and this one and the denominator. Now you write the f of x between this value and the this. So you substitute and you are going to get the this 5 by 12 as the. Okay. Next is, can you able to see this screen expectations? This new screen is it visible? Tell me. Yes. Okay. So now here also it is important. Now it is expectations, because always they are going to use the in the random process and in the second unit and the third unit they are using the word that is the expectations. Expectations means what? So here in the expectation value, so here in the first case in the expectation, here we are going to see the mean or a expected value. Okay. And mean the mean, it is denoted as mu x, e of x, x bar, or it is also denoted as m1. In the examination they may use any one of these notations. Yes, can you able to see the screen? Yes, tell me. Yes or no? I hope you are able to see the screen. Okay. So now it is the mean or expected value. The mean or expected value of a random variable x is denoted by mu x or e of x, and e of x, it is important, that is sigma of xi. For a discrete random variable it is sigma of xi into probability of xi, and for a continuous random variable it is integration of x into f of x. In the somewhere in the derivation in the problem we have all used this term. Have you, if you are able to recall this expression, please you have to remember this. X is equal to, for a continuous random variable, x into f of x, and then it is xi into p of x. Okay. So now that is xi into p of xi. Okay. So now that is for the random variable. And next is the, here actually what you are going to do is, actually mean means what? Expected value of mean. Physical interpretation, can anybody can tell? Yes, anybody can physical interpretation of mean or mathematical interpretation of mean. Yes. Yes, anybody can tell me? Yes, Rohit Sahu. Yes, Rohit?
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes, Rohit, tell me what is the meaning of expectation? Expectation. Yes,
It's the mean value.
mean value. Yes, it is what a mean value means. It is average value. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now it is the expectation. So now it is, so in terms of this mathematical, what you are going to do is it is like an integration. Okay. So that is the integration and the x into f of x. Okay. And here for the discrete random variable, it is xi into f of p of xi. Next is moment. Here we are usually moments we are using only the e of x and the e of x square. So in general that is e of xn it is there. So exn is same expression x will be replaced with x to the power of n, and here also x will be replaced with x to the power of n. For a continuous it is an integration, and for a discrete it is a summation. For n is equal to 1, this is nothing but the x bar or a mean or a average value or expected value. It is nothing but xi and xi into p of xi, and here for this one integration it is x into f of x. And in the problems also we are using that is e of x square, that is x square bar, and here it is x square into p of xi, and x is a discrete random variable, and x square for a, if it is a continuous then the integration x square into f of x. So finally you need to remember for the examination purpose and for your problem solving, you have to remember what is e of x and e of x square. And also that is e of x is also called as m1 and e of x2 it is called as m2. That you have to remember those notations. Okay. So next is variance. The variance, it is variance of a random variable. It is denoted by sigma x square. It is denoted by variance of x, and it is defined as expectation of x minus of mu x whole square. What it is the meaning of this is, example, if you have taken the 5 numbers 1 2 3 4 5, what is the average of this number? How will you find out this? That is mu x you are going to find out. Yes, can you tell me what is the average of 1 2 3 4 5? Quickly write in the chat box. Quickly. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 plus 2 it is 3, 3 plus 3 it is 6, 6 plus 4 it is 10, 10 plus 5 it is 15, 15 by 5 it is, so it is 3. Your mean value will be 3. Now what I am going to do is, that is here in this case x minus, now I will take the first value x1. So here it is 1 minus 3 I am taking. So it is 2 square. That is your value 1, it is varying from the mean value of this square. Why I am taking this as a square? Because you are getting from the, if it is more than 4, you are getting the positive values. If it is your x is less than the mean value, you are getting the negative values. In order to compensate this, that is a variance. They have calculated how much your value is varying from the middle value. That is what the your variance, how much variation is there. So that is what the your x minus mu x whole square. Okay. And it is, if I write in terms of this expected values, your x should be replaced with x minus mu x whole square into probability of x, and for a discrete random variable, and for a continuous random variable it is an x minus mu x whole square into f of x, and we integrated from minus infinity to plus infinity. Whenever there is a discrete, probability we are using, and whenever it is a continuous we are using this PDF. Okay. And it is variance is also obtained from the second moment about the mean of RP of x. This you have to remember the formula. So that is sigma x square. Same thing they have written e of x minus mu whole square is equal to sigma of x square. Same thing. Next is standard deviation. The standard deviation of random variable is denoted by sigma of x, and it is the sigma x square is variance, sigma x is standard deviation. The positive square root of variance of x. You have to take the, because sigma x square is there, always you have to take the positive value and the, okay. Next is, because in the these important remarks are there because these are while applying or while solving the problems or while solving the derivations. When you apply expectation of the that some sentence is there or some expression is there, we will separate out the those expressions, then that will be, these conditions are useful. Then mean and variance of a random variables are constants. Okay, when you find the random variables, when you find out the mean, it should be a constant value. Okay, and the variance, if the mean is constant, obviously you will get it, the variance is also a constant value. That we have to remember. It is not an varying one, it is a constant value. Okay, and the next is, if x is a random variable, then any function g of x of that random variable is also a random variable. If you are x is a random variable and you apply any function on x, then that is also a random variable. Okay, any function, that may be a cos, that may be any exponential, that may be in any expression, then this also becomes a random. That also exhibits the randomness in nature because that depends on this x. Okay, so that is the second point. Next is, expectation is a linear operator. So expectation, you know that is linear. Example, e of ax plus b, and expectation for a continuous, it is a minus integration of x into f of x. And now I can separate out this one. When I do this, a, it is a constant, I can take outside of this integration, and the x into f of x into dx plus b into integration of f of x into dx. And of this whole value should be equal to, this will be 1. Okay, and then now I can write it as, otherwise I can write it as a into expectation of x plus b. Here e of x, they have taken this an example, and here what is the expectation and the variance. This is important because you have to remember this equation. Sigma x square is equal to m2 minus m1, but in the most of in the random process in the third unit, you are going to use m2 is equal to sigma x square plus m1 square. So that is the second moment variance of random variable x is equal to second moment minus the mean of the first moment square. That we have to remember. And how we are getting this? This is, we are to x minus mu whole square, expand along with a minus b whole square, separate out the terms, then you are going to get the, because e of x represents the mu x. Okay. Next, expectation of a constant is a, expectation of a constant is that constant itself. Expectation, it is constant, so it is e of a. Okay, now I will apply the, directly you can write e of a, it is equal to a, but in order to prove this, that is what is according to the definition, it is x into f of x. Here whatever may be the word there, a into f of x, a into f of x into dx, and the integrated minus infinity to plus infinity. So it is a into whatever this value will be always equal to 1. So it is of a expectation of a constant is a constant itself, that you can directly write that. And variance of a constant, it is 0. Variance of a constant, it is 0. Okay, because we are not comparing this with any mean value. Okay, so this is the variance of constant, it is 0. Next is, the expectation operator is a linear operator. If I apply the, that is e of c into gx, then I can write it as c into e of gx. If it is expectation of g1 of x plus g2 of x, because linear operator, I can separate out these summing terms, e of g1 of x, then g2 of x. What is the difference here? Here it is x is a variable and I am applying some function on the x. So this g1 of x is also becomes a random variable. Okay. So now this is now y it is equal to then y, for example, consider the transformation. Just they given the example y is equal to ax plus b. Mean if I apply, so e of y it is equal to nothing but the e of ax by mean. Then it is given by a into mu x plus b. Variance is a variance, it is y minus mu y whole square. It is here, it is ax plus b into, that is a of x minus mu x whole square plus b. So when you do this ax minus a mu x square, you separate out the ax whole square this, and a this separate out the term, and it is x minus mu x square. So that means sigma y square. That is what is the meaning of this is a square into sigma x square is, then the variance of y depends only on the variance of x, not on the mean of the x. There is no relation between the mean of the y variable and the mean of the x variable. If we are taking the variance of y, which obviously depends on the variance of x square itself. So here I don't think here we will get any expression. Just you have to, while applying the, because for the second and third module you need to apply for the this one. I don't think so you can get the any questions from this one. Just you will know the this one operator, and because there are the so many problems are there in order to ask the questions. Okay. Next is we will see the problems on the expectation. Yes. Now can you tell me what is the PDF for the random variable y it is given? This one, and what are the mean of the square and variance of the random variable? Can anybody can tell here by looking at this? How will you find out the mean? E of x. What is the general expression? Yes, anybody? Please at least write in your, if you don't want to tell, at least write in the chat box. What is the general expression for E of x? That is there, by looking at this problem, you can see that this is a continuous variable. No, it is a discrete variable. How will you find out this one? What is the expression?
Y into Fi of y, integral 0 to 1.
0 to 1. It is a continuous or a discrete? F of y it is 1 point, it is 0 to less than 1. It is, so it is a continuous function. So you have to take the integrations. Oh, correct. Okay. So similarly, that is the mean, and the mean of the square means what you are going to find out?
E of x square.
Then that is the variance of the random variable.
E of y square minus E of y whole square.
Otherwise, how is the other one? One simple way is variance sigma y square is equal to, what is the other expression you have in terms of m2 and m1 square?
M2 minus M1 whole square.
M1 square. That you have to use. Okay. We will see those problems on this one. Okay. Okay, same thing here. That is same problem. So now what is the main? If you here no see nothing is there in the problem. Okay, I have to share the screen. Can you able to see visible that screen? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now don't remember anything, that is function it is given. You know the e of y, y into f of y dy. Simply the integration. Y it is known. What is f of y? It is 1.5. It is given. So you have to do your, you know anyway integration well, and you have to do and calculate, and you verify this value. E of y it is equal to 0.375. And next it is the mean of the square. Mean of the square means it is E of y square. So then it is y should be replaced by y square into f of y into dy. So here what you have to, for the integration, one thing you should know the integration better, and the second one is you should know the integration of the integration by parts, that you should know. Okay, if it is in the inseparable form, you have to use this. If you are able to do this, only thing is you have to remember only those formulas and you have to do it. Okay, and e of y square, and next it is sigma y square. This one you will calculate. Then easy way it is, either you can go for the like y minus that mu x whole square, but that will be a tedious process. Instead of that, you have to use the m2 minus m1 whole square. Then you can calculate this. Okay, and next is a PDF is described by the this equation, and what are the mean of the square and the variance of the. Is it the same or a different question? Similar type of the question or a different question? Yes. Hello.
Same question, ma'am.
Yes, that means here it is a similar type of the question. Okay, so I don't think I no need to explain this. Okay, and yes, do you want the explanation? Only thing is your integration limits are changed. That is 6 to that is 10. Yes, I hope I can go further. Is it not? Okay. Next is here it is given that e of x is given and e of x square it is given 6. Directly they are given. Find the standard deviation of x. So now how will you calculate? E of x it is now. Yes, tell me.
2, ma'am.
Okay, that is you have to calculate the sigma x square. Variance we need to calculate by using these expression, and then standard deviation this you have to take. Please you calculate this properly. E of x square is different. E of x whole square it is different. Okay, so that you should take carefully. Okay, and then then here it is y, it is expression is given, find the mu y. So here then expression of y you have to separate out the all the apply the expectation operator to whole expression, then you separate out the terms, and here all the values they are given, and you have to do this. Okay, in the next class, in the Monday's class, I will do that again the repetition of the continuous this one, because we are in college now and have a college bus now. College buses leave at 12:45. Okay, so I will continue in the next class.